welcome back to Choose Your Own Path. That's what we call ourselves because it's our thing, right? So, new video on an update that I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so we spoke last time that we got a new printer, an Ender 3 Pro. Big build on it. Wanted to try something different. We're going for the helmets. Yes, we want to do those. Those are great. We have got a Star Wars. We got a Stormtrooper and a Darth Vader. That's coming up soon enough. But we did something else. Now, here's the thing. I'm a huge fan. All right, so 49 years old, right? That's me. Grew up in the 70s, 80s. You know, those were my younger years. What was your favorite cartoon back then? One of mine was THUNDERCATS. Yeah, man. And girl. That was my favorite. So, 3.5 days. We're going to give it 4 days of a build. This is what we got. We printed out the sword. There's another piece. Can't hold it, all right? Check that out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little cap. 6 pieces to build. We got to put it together. We got to sand it because I did some work before you guys. This is wood filler. I just get rid of the layer lines. Don't matter. This is a prop piece. So you got the tiger and you got the eye. You know, I don't know what he did. Anyway, next maybe we might even do the glove if we could find that STL. So let's check this out. What do we want to do? We want to put it together. Freaking cool build, man. The detail on that machine. I got this from a group that I'm on. His name's Andrew. He's the one who did it. I can't remember his last name. I'm just done for that. It's mental health printing for 3D printing for mental health. It's called. So guys like me that, you know, we got issues. We're not crazy, but we got issues. You know, it's all good. So what he did was he made this himself. He mentioned to me that there was a little mistake. So you could see where the lines here, the eyes are, whatever that goes to the diamonds or whatever rocks that's supposed to be. The last one was missing one. On this side, it's good. This side, it's missing. No big deal. We're not worried about that. It still looks damn cool. I don't care. The guy's awesome. I'll get his name better. We'll figure it out. Next problem that I had was the size of the sword. I accidentally... Well, I had to print these in different filaments. This is a wood filament. This is our normal filament. Doesn't matter. It's going to get sanded, painted. What we're going to do to put these together is we got ourselves a dowel. We're going to drill a hole in here and a hole in there, and we're going to slide these guys in. And then what's going to happen is we're going to shoot some wood glue in there with it. And then we're going to put some crazy glue with... I didn't bring it with me. The accelerator. I did bring it with me. We got ourselves some foam safe kicker. This accelerator, this is like the second or third time I'm using this stuff. You put your crazy glue on, you get a little shot, and boom, the thing sticks like crazy. It's just, you don't have to wait for the crazy glue to basically stick. I mean, I get it always on my fingers. I get it. Happens. Let's start off by putting this together. And then we're going to go about with sanding this down and putting that in here. We got to figure out which ones, this obviously is the tip, we're good. We got to figure out which ones we're going to use to wear and how it's going to go. We do have different, again, this was a long piece and I ended up cutting it because this is not the same thickness as this. Obviously, you can tell the sword goes from thick all the way to thin. We want to sort of kind of hide that somehow by cheating the system and adding that to the sword. We just don't want it to look stupid, and I mean, it happens, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure this up on the sword itself. Again, it's good to have these things already opened up so I can see where I'm going. Even if the dowel goes into the side, it doesn't matter. It's just going to hold it from not moving. You know, just keep it solid so it has something to hold on to. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Blah blah blah. All right. So let's figure out what we're going to do. We have the sword hilt here. We want to keep the biggest piece on there as best as we can. if we turned it upside down, you can see that there's lots of gaps, a gap from here to the sword itself, it doesn't match up. If we put it here like this, there's still a gap between it, but it's not as big. For some reason, this piece and this piece did not add up the way it's supposed to. And doesn't matter what piece you put in there that I printed, it has that same kind of line to it. Isn't terrible, but you know, it'd be nice if we didn't do that. We could make the sword only so big, and that would be just as good. You know, we don't need the third piece in there. In fact, you know what, I'm thinking to myself, it's a wall piece. Maybe I'll just do 2 pieces instead of a third. It's supposed to be, the sword is supposed to be longer. I just don't want to, I don't know. Do I want to play with this? I'm not sure. Because then I have to sand that down. And I really don't want to do that, guys. I don't want to, well, I guess this one's not too bad. You know what, we already have it set up. Screw it. Let's do it, guys. So what we're going to do is take our drill, put our bit in, and all we want to do is poke a hole somewhere. See what we can get in there. Try to keep it all on the same side is fine. And, well, this one already has one. We don't have to worry about it. And this one's at the top. That's fine. We'll do this side too while we're at it. Don't get your lace caught in there. Safety, safety. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we know that the bottom one needs something too, so let's just add that there for now. We'll do inside the actual sword after. So I kind of marked it off where I know that these guys are going to go in the hole. I kind of made them tight, so I might have to open this up just a bit to get it in. Right, see, like so. And I marked it off so I know where I want it to stop. You can see the line there. Stop it in. Same with this. Open it up just a bit. This side too. That I don't have to worry about. Yes, I'm gonna open up a bit too. So let's just do a dry fit, meaning we're just gonna put it in. Let's see if it works. As this, we go right through. Try to find the other side. See if we can find the other side here, no problem. Oh yeah, we're close. You know what? We're just going to open it up a bit more so it fits. Like so. See what I'm doing here? I have the stick dowel. Also, in this form here, I just got to bend it a bit, or at least try to go in the opposite way. See what happens. It's just stuck there. Push it through without snapping it. All right. And it's good that it's tighter in there because we need it to you know, stay solid. One thing we want to do is just to get this piece in here properly. Let me figure this out. All right, so we got things organized. We got our wood glue, we have our crazy glue, and we have, this is the stuff to enhance it, to basically make it go better. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna start off by taking our wood glue and we're just gonna goop it through the whole, well, 99% of it. We're gonna get a good glopping of it on there so that it can stay. And we're going to start with the middle one. We're just going to go through it. Now, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to, this is not going to stick to it, like be the overall of end all. But the wood glue will help it stay together, all right? And I'm not putting any on the sides here because what we're going to do is we're going to take our crazy glue now and we are going to add it to the top of this. without getting it all over our fingers. Okay, and we're going to add it to the piece. All right, and we get it as straight as we can. If we have to do some work on it, putting it together afterwards, we will. Maybe we'll have to add some, some wood filler, obviously, to fill it in. Get it as straight as we can. We shoot a couple little squirts of that on there. And we're just holding it kind of tight. And then you can see that the wood, it actually changes the color on here. This is that primer, but that is now more solid. It's not like it would still be able to break or whatever you want to say. It still could bust on you, but it's solid. Let's just say that. It's better than what it was. So what we'll do now is take the other half of the dowel and we'll goop whatever we can on it to the best we can. And we will add our other piece to it. So keeping it in the same way, put it through here, getting it through the hole. There we go. And then trying to set this up again, same thing, as best as we can. We're gonna line it up, but first of all, we're gonna add our crazy glue to the piece. Try to get it everywhere. Oops, everywhere but my finger. And add it, and then push the piece on. And again, with as straight as we can get it. Like I said, we will have to fill in the gap. Ugh, don't touch the thing, you get your skin all over it. Damn it. Very dangerous. Crazy glue is so dangerous. Add a little bit of hello to it and push. Push it as solid and as straight as you can. Now you can see there is gaps. It's not perfect. But we will fix that when we put our coating of, let's see, when we put our piece of that back. You know what? I don't even know if I like this. Honest to God. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's just do this. What we'll do is figure out where we need to put a hole for this guy next. We're just going to leave this dry. How's that? Get all the crazy glue off of there if we can. Alright guys, so we got it all glued up and ready to go. We actually put on, now we spoke about this before on other projects, but it is the wood fillet that we put on that basically covers, you know, it puts patches on. You could sand between everything. So that will be one step that we're going to do. Then we took ourselves a sanding block and we just took off as much as we could to really bring it down. Now once we have that all sanded down nicely, there are spots on here I can see myself that are not the best. So you can just work at that as much as you can to get that, you know, that smooth look. Depending on how you want your sword to look, if you want it to look like cracked up or whatever, that's up to you. Otherwise, you know, take your time. Just use a sanding brush. This is, I think this is like a 120 grit or 100 grit, maybe. It's not, it's rough, but it's not coarse. It's not coarse, overly coarse. That's what I'm trying to say. So just add a little bit of that. Get the dust off it as much as you can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our Rust-Oleum. This is a paint and primer. And the reason I use it is because then you could really see what's going on when you put the primer on it. So we just give it a couple of shots. Just a light coating for everything right now, because we still got a little bit of work to do to it. we got a little bit of patching inside the sword that didn't go well. This is just going to give us a look of what we need to do. If it looks like it needs to be smoothed out a bit more, whatever. Obviously, can't do the whole handle. I'll be spray painting my hand. But we'll get our best. Whoop. And then you gotta watch, you don't get these crazy drips here. And how it sprays out really thick. Because you'll be sanding that down after really well. So, just keep a towel, shop towel on hand. You can spray that out. Make sure your paint is nice and mixed too, eh? Like mine's shaking up pretty good. And yeah, we're just gonna give it a quick coat. Now again, I'm outside. My other doors are open. So it's not like I'm breathing any of this stuff in harshly. I mean, I probably am, but you should wear a mask no matter what, guys. Don't do stupid things like this and think it's okay, because it's not. Safety first. Okay. And we can only do so much of the handle, otherwise we'll be spray painting our hand. We don't want to do that. And again, we're just hitting it from a distance. We can get all this, and we don't want to make it too thick. We don't want to miss out on any of it either. What we'll do is sort of, I'll put this down, and I'll just slightly go around the top of it. I'm sorry you can't see that because it's way down here. And I'll just spray paint the whole thing, so there, everything's on there. And now I can just lean this lightly over on something. And we'll let that dry. Roughly a good 4 hours. I like to let this stuff settle. If it was really warm outside, I would just let it sit outside. Actually, it's not. It's pretty cool out today. So once this is done up and dried, we are just going to go into the painting stage. We could put more wood filler on and everything. This is made more for a wall hanging kind of a unit, you know, thing. It's, to me, I would just place that as, where are you? Just to basically put on a wall when it's painted up. So the next stage will be painting. So we're going to end this video as that's done in that section, and part 2 will be us airbrushing it. Okay, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Choose your path.